The macro match grade rule can be used to correct small inaccuracies in the grading. In the first example, the length of the seams in the front and side piece match. However, in the graded sizes, there is a slight difference. The seam is supposed to be exactly the same length for all sizes. Start the macro. First, you have to select the elements that should be used as a reference for the length. These elements will not be changed. Select the elements using the right mouse button, clicking the last one with the left. In the next step, the seam that needs to be edited is selected. Collect the elements using the right mouse button, clicking the last one with the left. The last click should be close to the point where the change to your grade rule should take place. In this example, the grade rule at the hemline is changed. Now you can decide whether the rule should be calculated using a percentage or if the length should be the same for all sizes. Since the length should be the same for all sizes in this example, confirm with a left click. You can check the dialog box for prompts. The length of the seam now matches in all sizes. For the second example, another seam is measured. In the base size, there is a difference of 0.5 centimeters. However, this value behaves disproportionately for the individual sizes. Start the macro. First, select your reference elements using a right and left click. Next, you select the elements for the seam that needs to be edited. Collect the elements using the right mouse button, left-click the last element to move on to the next step. The grade rule of the hemline is supposed to change, so start by selecting the elements from the opposite end. Click close to the point where the grade rule needs to be altered. Within the next step, you can decide whether to calculate the rule using a percentage or not. When clicking with the left mouse button, the length difference of the base size would be used for all sizes. Clicking with the right mouse button, the value is treated proportionally in relation to the total length of the seam in all sizes. In this case, a proportional value should be calculated, resulting in a right click. When looking at the final measurements, you can see that the length of the individual sizes has been corrected.